Here with Sheldon Price, UCLA cornerback. How'd you feel today, being that game week is finally here? Did it feel kind of like it's more upon you now than it was last week?
Yeah, I mean, every day I come out here excited just to get better, but now that game week is coming up, it's like you feel a difference in the air and the attitudes among people. So, I mean, I feel like everybody's really excited and ready for Saturday to come.
Yeah. What is Nick Crispin / Case Keenum looking like back there?
He's giving us a good look. Him, along with our scout receivers, are really doing us a big favor with the speed and the tempo. They're getting the ball out fast, and all our receivers are pretty fast, so they're really giving us a good look.
I noticed Darius Bell was supposed to be a receiver today.
Yeah.
Was he a little harder to cover than you might have thought?
Nah, I mean, he's a quarterback, so I mean, I hope a quarterback couldn't beat us, but
yeah.
He has good hands, and he's helping us out as far as like raking the ball out if they got their hands on and stuff like that, which is always good. I need to work on that.
Sure. What did today kind of feel like a microcosm of what you might see Saturday, being that it's 90 some odd degrees out here? You had the crowd noise today, you're doing scout team stuff. Did it kind of feel like this is pretty close to what you're going to be seeing?
Yeah, I mean, between the heat, I mean, it's probably going to be way hotter out there, and the speed that we was practicing at, and with the crowd noise and all that. I mean, we're going to get all that when we go down to Houston. I mean, they're excited. I know if I was a Houston player, I mean, we came out, kind of ruined their season, so it's like they're coming out with a vengeance, and I'm sure they're going to be ready to play, so we got to make sure that we're ready for it.
What do you remember about last year's Houston game? I remember they kind of cut some blocks on that kickoff and kind of sent a message, and do you think it's going to be kind of a chippy game?
I mean, I hope it's not,
yeah.
But I mean, you never know. I mean, with the kickoff, stuff they did on the kickoff is kind of, a little iffy, and just how we, took out Keenan, took out the back out and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm sure it's a little hostility going into the game, but
yeah.
I mean, either way, you still got to play with a level head and make sure you're doing the right stuff and just play football.
You're 1-0 in the state of Texas in your career, so trying to make it 2-0, obviously. What do you think that big road game, big atmosphere? Obviously, UT is a lot bigger stadium than you're going to see in Houston, but do you think that'll help you guys a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we know what it feels like to be in a hostile environment in Texas. I mean, it's hot. People out in Texas love their football, so it's going to be a packed stadium, and it's going to be exciting, and we know how to go down there. I mean, we went to Tennessee, we went to Texas, we went into hostile environments and won, so I feel like it should be no different with this one.
Yeah, those games you just mentioned have all kind of been the first part of the year, and had a bunch of excitement behind them. How do you kind of guard from not making those games like one-time deals? Not kind of trailing off after you get a big win like that.
You just got to keep a level head and one game at a time. I mean, just because we had a big win at such and such place, don't mean that the next opponent ain't gonna come in and lay down for us. You always got to come prepared like your opponent is the best one that you ever play, and that's just the attitude we have. I mean, you got to come in as if you're playing the best team every Saturday, no matter who they are. And I think if we do that, then it won't be no drop-off after a big game like this.
Yeah. Houston's obviously well documented as a kind of air raid team. Does that worry you as a DB a little bit, seeing as how they're going to be throwing it a lot, as opposed to maybe you see like a team from the Big Ten who's going to be pounding it up the gut or something like that?
To be honest, I like it. I mean, with them throwing the ball, we're going to get a lot of action, and with that brings the opportunity to make lots of plays and help our defense and even our offense get the ball back and dominate. I mean, as a DB, this is the game that you want to test your skills against a air raid type offense, and I mean, we're all waiting for it, and we're excited to play this.
Yeah. Do you worry at all that you guys are obviously billed as maybe a little more of a running team, and you don't get those kind of spread looks thrown deep and stuff like that, or not really?
No, I'm not worried. I mean, our receivers are give us great competition and great looks, and our quarterbacks know how to sling it out there. So, I mean, I'm not worried. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about your technique and stuff like that. If you can play good technique and play with good eyes and feet, no matter who you go against, you're going to be all right.
UCLA cornerback Sheldon Price here at Game Week. Thanks a lot, dude.